A caller to my radio show told me about it. I put out some calls and was given the owner's phone number, and he invited me to come down here and said I could meet Piers Morgan in the green room. That indeed actually happened. And then Piers Morgan acted friendly on camera. Then their people freaked out and said, you know, you've got to go for security reasons. And Piers Morgan is in there with a bunch of his own security. Absolutely ridiculous. He doesn't want citizens. Not everybody has an $8 million contract like he does. He doesn't want single women and others and people living in poor areas who are under siege by criminals to be able to equalize and protect themselves. They are a bunch of bullies and hypocrites. So I'm here to make sure that all Americans have a right to keep and bear arms, and to let this usurping redcoat know that we are not his slave, and that we are never going to buy in to his victim disarmament program.
What else did he say to you? What else did you two exchange? Take us inside there. What else went on?
I said, well, you claim that you won the debate, but I notice you haven't invited me back yet. And he said, oh, well, you've already gotten enough fame. I said, listen, buddy, you got 500,000 viewers. I've got 3 million listeners. The only reason that was so big is because a real American got in your face and told you how it was, and wasn't playing games. And so I basically let him know the reason you're scared to have me back on is because you know I'll clean your clock again.
Do you give him any credit for showing up here? For coming to Texas, for coming to Houston and showing up here? What Piers Morgan
is doing is what Obama did last week with the shotgun. He's saying, look, I got guns. I like to shoot. I don't want to take your guns. The same thing Obama said 4 years ago in the campaign. He said, I won't take your shotgun, your handgun, your rifle. I promise. Remember that? I pledge. You can pull it up online. And what's he done? Biden says the same thing. You're not going to get my Beretta. You're not going to get my handgun. And what is Biden trying to do? They're liars. That's why I get angry at them. Biden authored an assault weapons bill 20 years ago that'll make you turn them in. Obama, as a state senator, said he was for total abolition. They're now doing photo ops with guns because they know they've lost the debate. Forbes has a big data mining article showing it for some of the biggest data mining firms that the Second Amendment has absolutely gotten stronger from this attack on it, because we know it's not about inanimate guns. It is about criminals committing crimes with knives, hatchets, guns, you name it.
So I'm guessing you're not invited to be back on the show. At this point, you're not invited, correct?
Well, I didn't particularly come down here to try to get on the show. I came down here to lead a quick protest to let them know that Texas understands what they're doing. Listen, here's the bottom line. They're losing their gun grab operation. People know the truth. That's why Obama's now out shooting guns. That's why Piers Morgan is now here shooting guns. They're doing this to say, look, you know, we understand your Second Amendment. You have a right to turn your guns into us. Oh, you have a right to go hunting and keep a single shot gun. Australia took the semi-autos. Now they're trying to take the single shots. We know how this has worked worldwide in more than 20 countries in the last 50 years. This is a disingenuous, deceptive action to say, I went down to Texas and found reasonable people who agreed that we should all, turn in our guns for the children. That's what this is a stunt down here in my state, your state, one of the greatest states in American history, the Lone Star State, I believe the greatest state, and I'm here to tell this redcoat, who my ancestors fought back in 1776, and to tell other redcoats like Santa Anna who tried to take the guns at Gonzales, that they're not taking our guns. We know that slaves are disarmed. The Ku Klux Klan was the first group to get anti-gun laws passed in the U.S. at the end of the Civil War. And then we're hearing that gun owners are bad. We're hearing that gun owners are racist and all this when the Ku Klux Klan created gun control. We're here to expose this. It's simple. The right of free people is the right to keep and bear arms. And the FBI crime statistics since 1991, look it up, show a 49% drop in violent crime because of an explosion in gun ownership and concealed carry. Criminals are scared to death. Now they just knock out the car window when you're not there and steal your stereo. Home invasions, all the rest of it are down because the criminals are scared. They're running scared. And these big city crime bosses in New York and Chicago that have the highest crime rates in the world, they're angry because they know everybody's finding out that more guns means less crime. More guns in the hands of good guys instead of guns in the hands of the bad guys. They know that's coming out. They know that gun culture is a beachhead of liberty on which we're building the rest of the republic back, and equality, not based on religion or race or where you're from, but on the Bill of Rights and Constitution. 1776 worldwide. That's what's happening.
The only thing that's going to stop a bad guy with his gun is a good guy.
That's right.
Alex, thanks so much for coming.
No, thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Thank
We
you.
love
And we have only begun to fight. God bless you. And here's the guy, here's the Paul Revere right here that called in and told us about it with an hour in the show left.
Yeah,
I'm glad I got through it.
Right here.
13-year listener, first-time caller, but it was necessary.
See, he sat there on hold while I was doing my stuttering and bumbling and all the rest of my stuff, and he got that call through that Redcoat had snuck in here. Redcoat said, I'm coming to Texas, but didn't say where. But the Minuteman, he leared where it was.
I appreciate it.
1, it's by land, 2, it's by sea.
Thank you, Alex.
3, when that piece of garbage came out of the air.
Yeah.
Fire back there.